Sivaya Nama Tiruchitrambalam. Welcome back to our discussion on Thiruppaatu. The Padigam we are discussing about is ThiruVanparthaan Panangatoor, and in that we are going to move ahead with the fifth verse today. Tiruchitrambalam. Uhuram ennum porulane urugillureivaane siramennum kalanane செங்கண்மால் விடையானை வாரம் முன்னம் அருள் செய்வான் வன் பார்த்தான் பனங்காட்டூர் பரமன் எங்கள் பேரானை பரவாதார் பரவென்னே. திருச்சிற்றம்பலம். Lovely verse. In fact, if you look at it, this entire facade that we are looking at is giving us a very detailed understanding about how much Nambi Arurar had enjoyed the bliss and how much he's trying to convince us in getting into this path as well. If you look at this particular verse, right, he says, Lord Shiva is having a very strong intention. Why should he have a strong intention, and what should be that intention, right? That's the next question. When you look at it, the intention is all about at whichever place we are, whatever type of person we are, how much ever karma that we have accumulated, how many ever births we have taken, it doesn't matter. He is having one very strong attitude to say, I'm going to take you as mine. End of the day, what we have to long for, what we have to be waiting for is how are we going to surrender ourselves to him, and how is he going to take us off. So Lord Shiva has this kind of a stubborn mind to say, whatever it is, you are mine. I'm going to, end of the day, I will always take you. And we are able to see that. You see, even today we are able to enjoy that. We are able to see whatever kind of a life we have led right now. The moment we say we are thinking about him, we are talking about him, we are singing about him, it's all because of his stubborn mind. Do you think it's because of us? No, because we are fickle-minded. Only person who's going to be stubborn about us, about our intentions, is Lord Shiva. And also he says, when we are able to just think about him, and when we are just melting out, when I say melting, it's basically, you know, when we are easily being carried away by his grace, immediately what he does is he just occupies our mind fully. He comes and just puts a tent and sits there in the middle of the hut. But all we have to do is, we have to always keep thinking about him. We need to start embracing his lotus feet, and always keep singing about his praises. And then he's also saying, we call it as the Brahma Siracheda Murti, which is, we all know there are 8 acts that Lord Shiva did to portray his we call it as something like a, you know, like a terror, but it's not really terror, but it is actually to give us peace of mind. So what he did was, Lord Brahma, who was having this kind of an arnavam, Lord Shiva just took away one of his head, and that head, the skull, is being used as a vessel when Lord Shiva is going around for getting alms. So that is what he talks as Siram ennum kalanane. And then the next one is very beautiful. He says, Lord Shiva has the bull, and the bull is basically Lord Vishnu. Lord Vishnu is very angry because Lord Shiva is going to just destroy the Thiripuram. He's going to just destroy that. And because of the fears Lord Shiva is having, Vishnu is trying to help Lord Shiva as well. So he is also getting that furious and the ferocious look in his eyes, and because of that it is red in color. But we have to look at this particular phrase in a different manner also. When you say Mal, it represents Vishnu. It also represents the earthly aspirations we have, because we get tempted. We have a lot of temptations. Those temptations are also called as Mal. Vidai means, literally it means a bull. It also means answer. So now look at the second way of interpreting this statement. He says, when we are getting entangled in all these worldly pleasures and we are just getting tempted to stay back in these worldly pleasures, Lord Shiva comes as an answer to say, get rid of this. You have much more blissful state to live, so please get out of this. He is coming as an answer for our temptations. So that concludes the second line as well. And then he says, Lord Shiva is readily there to give us the boon that we need. What boon are we going to ask? Of course, when we ask for car and palace and riches and whatnot, it's all going to be temporary. But if you look at the permanent happiness, permanent boon, it is only going to be a blissful state. And who is going to give that blissful state to us? None other than Lord Shiva. That is what he says. Lord Shiva is even before we go and ask him for a boon, he is ready to give us. Lovely, right? Imagine what kind of a grace he has on us. And then the next one he says is, Lord Shiva stays in the place called as ThiruVanparthaan Panangatoor, and in that particular place Lord Shiva resides. And if at all you want to sing praises, if at all you want to talk about someone and praise someone, it should only be about Lord Shiva who resides in ThiruVanparthaan Panangatoor. Whoever else we are praising, whoever else we are talking about, obviously it is not going to give us any pleasure over there. Rather, there's going to be a lot of repercussions because of that. That is what today's verse is all about. I'll come back again with the next verse very soon. Until then, Sivaya Nama, Tiruchitrambalam.